Good morning everyone, it is Thursday the 18th, so the day after the last vlog. Yesterday was pull and today is rest. And there's a few changes made, so I thought I'll just update you again. Now, so rest day, the food is still pretty low, but we just got a little bit of carbs coming in because I checked in today at 111. So, you know, only about 0.1 up since yesterday when I had like, you know, a decent bit of food coming in. So pretty much the goal though is to be holding around this 111 mark. Like if I can hold this scale weight, it means I can then actually just get a bit fuller and fuller and fuller and feed into, like do a very slow linear load into my show, which is in less than 2.5 weeks now, by the way, my first one. So it is really creeping up. I'm very chilled though, so that's a good thing. So today, plan of action is make meal one. A little bit of carbs coming through. If you've watched my rest day vlogs, all the meals are pretty much the same, like 4 meat and rice meals, which I'll go through today. But the first meal is normally a carbless omelette. But today, if you can see, we do have an omelette. We also have cream of rice added with some berries, only 50 grams. But it will be nice to have my omelette where I normally have just blueberries in a pot on the side. But today I will have 50 grams of cream of rice with it. So it'll be like a savory omelette, which by the way is 300 grams of egg whites. And I get the carton of egg whites like this. They're called Cocoa Vite. It's like a foreign name. It was like the cheapest I could find on Amazon. But you get them in like, you get like a crate of 20. If you've got this fridge space, I live on my own, so I don't have to worry about anyone else's fucking fridge space, so I can just fill it up with whatever I want. But yeah, got the veg cooking right now, which is just 50 grams of mushroom and spinach, so not much, but I don't need much for an omelette. And then I've got the pan preheating, and then I've got 300 grams of egg whites and 1 whole egg. I have pre-made my cream of rice and it's in the freezer right now, just cooling whilst I make this, and that is all she wrote. So I'll put it all together. It'll be a nice savory omelette with the veg, cream of rice on the side with the blueberries, bit of cinnamon on top. We'll be ready to get this day going. That's pretty much the main change for the day, and then a little bit of more cream of rice tonight with my last meal, and that's pretty much it. But I'll take you along the ride anyways. Gonna be a chill day today, it's rest. And so I've done my posing, I've done all my bits, I've done my vacuums, and a bit of a slow start to the day today because I didn't get to bed till a bit late last night, and I just thought, you know what, it's rest day, so I'm just gonna let myself sleep in an extra hour. So I slept until 6. And just took my time getting up, and that has been quite nice. So it's funny how lying is 6 o'clock on prep, but it's about 7:45 now that I've got all this. I was waiting for, it would have been a bit earlier, but I was waiting for updates from Cuba. That's the only problem when you are on prep. It's like on tenterhooks when you're this close to show, like waiting for the updates to ensure that I don't eat too much or too little. But anyways, I've got my stuff now, and we shall get to work. I'll update you once we have finished cooking this masterpiece. Here's meal one constructed: 300 grams of egg whites, 1 whole egg, 50 veg. And then you got ketchup, which is 50% less sugar and salt. The good stuff. Bit of pepper, oregano on there. Then we have 50 grams of cream of rice underneath, and 150 blueberries with a little bit of cinnamon on top. And that is the new meal one, the new baseline. Okay, obviously along the way, if I'm getting fed, it will change, but this is the new baseline that will fall back to. So, time to eat. Meal two going down, and my meal prep is done for the day, pretty much. All my meat, veg, and rice. As you can see, the rice has been prepared for the day. That's just 200 grams across 4 meals, so 50 grams in each meal. Got the veg there, which is the same, 50 grams in each. I then have my 2, looks burnt there, but it isn't, just a little bit crispy on top, my beef mince, which is 400 grams total, 200 grams in each meal. Done. And then the same with the chicken. So that is all my meals prep for the day. And then I would honestly just leave that in there, let it be warm. I will keep my rice on the side in the pot with the lid on, and I'll put a lid on top of the veg and then just divvy it off across the day. My first meal is this, I will show you now. Right, that's that. Meal two: 50 grams of jasmine rice, dry weight, 200 grams of chicken breast, raw weight, 50 avocado, lovely. 50 veg, which is mushroom and spinach. 50 pineapple. Back on that kind of lower food point, just to, on those rest days, hold me around this way. A little bit of extra carbs with meal one, but keep that stomach volume nice and tight. Right now, this setup seems to be keeping my waist super tight. Like if you can see in my check-ins, my waist is actually just getting tighter and tighter across these last few weeks where the veg is coming in a bit. And obviously just less body fat, of course. But that's it, meal two under wraps. Let's make this happen. I'm actually extremely fucking hungry. I'm running a little bit late. Getting that, you know, that weird hypo feeling. When you feel that, don't panic. You can ride it out. You don't have to stuff your face. Hypo, when you're feeling a little bit fizzy, right? When you're in a cardio on the Stairmaster and your legs are going a little bit, getting a little bit of a sweat on. You don't have to pick out on loads of shit. Just ride it out. I quite like that point. You start feeling hypo, you're like, oh yeah, we're in the zone now. We're working now, yeah? All right, so I'll eat this, crack on. Okay, meal three, 1 p.m. Time for some beef. I just love beef on prep. I only have it on a rest day. So 200 gram of 5% lean beef mince, 50 gram of jasmine rice, 50 gram of veg, 15 gram of kimchi, 50 pineapple. You just can't beat beef with salt on it and pepper. Fucking primal, that is. Absolute primal shit. Do you know what I'm really looking forward to in the off season? Big plate, sourdough, yeah, with a steak on it, a couple fried eggs, some mushrooms, some sweet potato fries, homemade. They're the best off plans. You can't beat those because you get a good amount of sustenance and you come away from it satisfied, not wanting more. The problem is with off plans, you go out for a burger, I'm like, oh, fucking hell, I just want another one. And then also it's just good quality stuff. You've made it at home. I will always, always, always favour a homemade, good quality off plan. There's something like that, you can't beat that. Just like good quality meat, fillet steak on some sourdough. Oh, I'm dreaming. Not long, guys, not long. They're the type of things that I fantasize about, just like proper food. Proper food, not fucking brownies and cookies and like donuts and that. Like I eat that and I just want another one. I'm like, it's not satisfying to me at all. Like, I eat it, I'm like, all right, I want fucking 10. So what's the point? You eat a big fucking plate of that. It's protein, it's carbs, you can use it. Your body can actually digest it. And you're like, that was some good shit. Anyways, let's tuck in. So I'm actually heading out the flat for once. Get a little coffee going on. Costa is quite literally opposite my flat. Gonna get a large decaf sugar-free syrup. As you well know, on a rest day, I like to have a little treat, whether that be a sugar-free fizzy drink or sugar-free syrup on the coffee. But right now, where I'm this close to show, I don't want the fizzy drink, so I'm gonna get a coffee and sit outside and reply to some clients. Hello, all right. Can I have a large decaf Americano, please?
Yes, thank you. I'll take it away.
I'll just sit outside. And then can I also have sugar-free, what syrups do you have, sugar-free? You have gingerbread here?
The gingerbread is sugar-free.
Can I have that? Thanks. Here we are, sat outside. That's my flat there. Well, my block of flats anyways. Mine are around the other side. So, situation being, chilling here. Got my large decaf. I had to triple check with him. I was like, it is decaf, isn't it? I don't want a large, full fucking caffeinated beverage with a gingerbread sugar-free syrup. My man. So, I actually just hit 20,000 followers on Instagram and I'm doing a giveaway. I just posted a recent reel posing in my blue trunks and I will choose a random comment on that reel to win a care package from Conte, which is going to be your whey protein, creatine, Mega Pump, Hydra Flow, and then EAA, which is around 200, 250 pounds. And it will just go to a random comment on that post. And I'm going to wait for you guys to start commenting as well. Most of you follow me on Instagram, but I will choose the deciding winner this weekend. And this vlog will be going out tomorrow, so it'll give you a couple days to enter. So, a lot of people, obviously off the back of this, I've just got a flood of messages, obviously saying amazing, congrats, but like, bro, how do you grow your socials? Like, it is exactly like building a physique. It's consistency over a long period of time. I previously lost my old Instagram account, which was 22K 3 years ago, right? It got hacked and they were trying to bribe me to pay them like $2,000 or some shit. And I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to start fresh. The engagement was a bit dead because I had it from when I was modeling and it was like a very sparse audience. Whereas now my audience, although I've just hit 20K, so slightly less than before, my engagement is just next level because everyone is engaged with what I'm doing right now, my bodybuilding journey. They follow me for a reason, like you guys following me because you want to hear what I'm saying. It's not just, oh, he has a decent physique. It's like, no, I have more to me than that. I provide value and hopefully entertainment. But anyways, so in regards to building a social media, it takes a long time and it's value. What you got to think about is, who do you follow on Instagram? Me personally, right, I do not follow any bodybuilders that just post their physique. Like, I don't follow Chris Bumstead, I don't follow people like this because it's just pointless, to me anyways. I don't get anything out of looking at their physiques. I see it on the Explore, I see them on competitions. I follow people that I get education out of, information out of, and some form of entertainment and value. Value doesn't have to be education. You don't have to be this like super intelligent, science-based guy, but you do have to provide some level of value, whether that be humor, whether that be, education, information, an inspiring story, documenting your own journey. But let me put it this way. I have been posting every single day on Instagram for the last 5-6 years. Obviously, I built on my old Instagram to 22K and I've had to rebuild this one to 20K. So I would have been technically higher, but it takes that. And I'm so active on the stories. I'm always thinking, right, how can I help people today? It's not, how can I make money? How can I do this? It's how can I provide value and assist people with their bodybuilding journey? How can I help people not make the mistakes I made? And then that's when people follow you. If all you're doing is actually just trying to get followers and trying to make money, like as a coach, you're going about it the wrong way. You want to be trying to help people. How can I provide a service that is worth paying for in the regards of coaching or followers? What you got to think about is, why would someone follow you? If you're someone with like a very, let's be completely fucking realistic here, like, and brutal. If you've got a mid physique, right, not much muscle, and you're posting just topless photos, who the fuck's gonna follow you? Like, let's be real. You see people like, like Jack's fit and, all these like young Gymshark lads with shit physiques. Yeah, because they're posting their personality, they're posting their journey, they're talking to the camera and people get invested. Like, all the time I get people like, I'm trying to blow up my coaching, I'm trying to blow up my social media, how can I help this? How can I do this? I'm like, mate, you got no fucking muscle, so why would anyone follow you? For inspiration. Like, I'm being real because I didn't do that when I was that age. I waited till I actually had a physique before I started posting it. But you got to think, like, what am I providing? If you don't have the bodybuilder physique yet, doesn't mean that you won't in the future. You got to provide some other value, whether that be information, good tips, or your own personality. Yeah, and if you don't have a personality, then I don't know, you're screwed. Maybe social media is not for you. It's not for everyone. It's like the same as bodybuilding. Not everyone's supposed to be on social media and posting and, talking and, it's a nice life on paper. But at the end of the day, I'm not an influencer. I never class myself as an influencer. Bro, I've been fucking posting every day and I've only got 20K followers. Do you know what I mean? I am a coach, I'm an educator. That is my job, that's how I make money. Obviously more followers means I can help more people, but I think that's why I grow, because I'm not trying to grow. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to provide value. Anyways, bit of a rant there, but it's like, just don't force it. It's certainly not for everyone. It just takes fucking time. Like, I just had someone message me there, like, how did you go from this to this? Like, bro, I just post every day. I fucking post everything I do. You know, obviously I'm very new to posting regularly on YouTube, but Instagram I am shit hot on. You don't get much more consistent than me on Instagram. So yeah, that's what it is. It's like building a physique, it's like building a business. It's like building a coaching like team. It's consistency and doing a lot for not a lot at the start. And then slowly, one thing kicks off, you get a bit of momentum and it starts moving. So yeah, don't expect everything at once. Like anything in life, anything worth having, it just takes time. You've got to be doing it over and over again. Like I see YouTube channels all the time. Like my YouTube is absolutely dead right now in regards to like subscribers. I've got like 2,000 subs. You never know, one video might do well, or I might be doing this consistently for a year and then all of a sudden, I get 10k subs, and then the ball just starts rolling, right? And you just got to be in it to win it. It's not luck. It's just when preparation and consistency come together. You just got to be doing it. All of a sudden, one thing might kick off, and then all of a sudden it's an overnight success. It's not an overnight success though, because you've been putting in that work every day for years. And it's the same with a business. Like, oh, this person blew up, he made millions overnight. It's like, you didn't see the fucking fails and the bankruptcies and the businesses that went under for decades before, you know? You know, like Jeff Bezos and all these, like, they didn't get rich and become millionaires till like 40, 50, and they had multiple failed businesses. I don't know whether about Jeff specifically, but many of those guys, like the older, like the tech guys, like they have multiple failed businesses over and over again. But then all of a sudden you're like, oh God, this guy, like, you know, he just had it so easy. He just made all this money. It's like, bro, these guys were bankrupt multiple times, like failed and just kept trying. It's the same with a physique. It's the same with anything. Just got to keep turning up. And the people that are going to succeed in bodybuilding are the ones that are going to keep turning up. I know many talented lads with amazing genetics, way better genetics than me, but they're fucking shit. Or they've given up, yeah, because they just don't have it here. So, again, the best bodybuilders are the ones that are going to keep turning up year after year, uninjured, with no health risks. Not the ones that go all hell for leather from a young age, get injured, fuck yourself up, and then fall out of love with it. It's that constant, steady progress every year for a decade. That's what builds a physique. That's what builds a bodybuilder. That's what builds a business and a social media. So, whoa, fucking hell, I almost dropped this. Just had an exciting delivery turn up. Check it out. Haven't even opened them yet. Out with the old, in with the new. I've been trying to find these black Boston Birks in my size for weeks now. Just couldn't find them anywhere. But I managed to pick them up from Harrods. This is the new setup. Oh yeah. Can't beat Birks, man. Say what you want. If you're a Crocs man, you're a sliders man, but these are just pure comfort. Look at that. They're smart as well. Like, you could wear that with a smart fit. Not that I probably will, but. Okay, meal 4 going down, 3:15 p.m. Same again, pretty much. Meat, rice. 200 gram of chicken breast, 50 gram of jasmine, 50 gram of veg, 50 gram of pineapple. Whilst I'm waiting for that to cool. Just a reminder for everyone, because, you know, it's very easy to get soaked up into the social media realm of always wanting more and feeling anxious that you're not doing enough. If you compare yourself to the vast majority of the general population, right? If you're lifting consistently 3 times a week, even 3-4 times a week, you are sticking to your nutrition plan, trying to focus on unprocessed food, hitting your protein goal each day, you know, even 80-90% of the time. You're avoiding binge drinking, you're paying your bills on time, you've got a roof over your head, you're hydrating. You're doing much better than 99.9% of people out there, especially people you know. If you're in your workplace, your colleagues, how many people, if you have goals and you have aspirations, how many people do you know that actually have goals and aspirations and wake up with a purpose? Very, very few. So you are doing very well. You know, you're doing much better than you think. And when you're obviously comparing yourself to the, you know, people on Instagram, or you're comparing yourself to the 0.11% of people that have made it extremely successfully, and they obviously get pushed to the explore page, to the top, but you don't know what they're going through either. You don't know whether they're even, it's true. Like, I know a lot of people on Instagram that seem like they're very successful, but a lot of them are broke behind closed doors just from being in the industry, and you know, it's not always as it seems. What is peace is having a purpose, having goals, and, you know, being as debt-free as possible, and lack of crazy responsibility on your shoulders, and waking up knowing that you are the person that you say you are. You're not lying to anyone. Having a goal, having a dream, something to work towards. At the end of the day, what keeps your mind clear, what gives you drive and something, you know, something positive in your brain is forward motion, something to work towards. So if you're someone who has a goal, no matter how big or small, if you're working towards something, you're doing well. Okay, no matter how fast, doesn't matter. It's forward motion. That's what's the key. And whenever we lose that goal, we don't have a purpose. That's when we start to deteriorate mentally. So just remember, if you're doing even that basic stuff, lifting 3-4 times a week consistently, you know, you're doing your steps, you're going out for walks, you're getting fresh air, you're hydrating, you're going to bed on time, you're not going out on the piss, you're not wasting money on designer clothing and bottles every weekend, you're doing pretty fucking sweet, and you're doing really good actually. So, you know, give yourself a little bit of credit. We don't want to give ourselves too much credit, because we do want to keep moving forward, and we don't want to be complacent, but you also don't want to get down in the dumps and, you know, hate yourself and compare yourself to people that probably don't actually exist, and what they have, you think they have, they probably don't have. It's rented, they're broke, it's on finance, it's borrowed money. Okay, so hopefully that helps. I'm going to enjoy this, and we'll speak later. Quick trip to Aldi to get some essentials. Big tray of chicken breast that you can get for cheaper in Aldi. Obviously I'm on low step protocol, which is like 6,000 steps today, and doesn't matter, even if you're on a refeed, even if you are peaking for your show, you still want to get a little bit of steps in after each meal, even if it's just a few minute walk. It's just for digestion, you know. Obviously at the same time, it's the same in the off season. In the off season, so many people get it wrong, where they think, well, I want to move as little as possible to try and gain as much weight as possible. Sure, we don't want to overdo it with the steps, but movement is energy as well. I don't know whether you find it, I personally do massively. When I'm put on like 2,000 step protocol by Cuba, like, I am just monged out all day. I feel like shit. It's the same in the off season. If you can still be doing your 8,000 to 10,000 steps, one, obviously you're going to be digesting your food way better, but also you will feel just more energetic. So in the off season, don't try and move as I've done that. I've done the off seasons where I do absolutely no cardio, where I've done absolutely low steps, 4,000 or 5,000 steps, and I just feel like utter shit all day. Yeah, you gain weight, but you also just feel so fucking lethargic. You're better off actually focusing on good digesting foods, right? And actually moving more, but eating more of these good digesting foods. Again, the lazy approach to off seasons is always eat a load of fucking junk food, calories, get the calories in, and then your gut is just fucking exploding half the day, and you can't actually get your proper meals in, and moving as little as possible, so you're completely doing yourself over on both ways. But we all learn that the hard way at some point. But secondly, same with prep. Obviously, when we are in peak prep where we're losing fat, we're doing high steps, like it's the orders, right? To put the output up, get the expenditure up. But there will come a point where your coach should do anyways, to pull information down, will be saying, right, keep your steps really low. And it's in your best fucking interest to do that and not overdo the steps, because that's what I've done this week, the last 2 weeks, and my legs, it looks like I've fucking added about an inch on my legs, just where they're so fresh. But that doesn't mean I just lay in bed all day. I still do a little bit of movement after each meal, 5 minutes even. So that is my pep talk on the way to Aldi. Time to get a little bit of supplies, Greek yogurt, chicken breast, and then we'll be game for the last meal, the last savoury meal, sorry, which is beef. As always, looking forward to it. And then we got the cream of rice last, and that'll be all she wrote, and another day done, another vlog completed. Also, I just want to say to everyone watching this, been loving, absolutely fucking loving all the comments. I know I said it in the last video, but how you've been watching the vlogs on prep, how they're getting you through your Stairmaster sessions. Had some really amazing comments on my reel I've just been looking at there, like saying how, you know, you've been having tough times and like these videos have gotten you through them and all this and all that, when I just feel like I'm just sharing my journey. I'm not doing anything special, but if I can help one person get through tough times, or, you know, make it through their Stairmaster session distracted, then it's job done and mission successful. All I'm doing is showing you the real deal, what it is to be an amateur bodybuilder right now, trying to make it. And we're all in this together. As a fucking wise prophet Ziz once said, we're all gonna make it, bruh. Meal 5 is now 5:30 p.m. Last savoury meal of the day, beef. 200 gram of 5% lean beef mince, 50 gram of veg, 50 gram of jasmine rice, 50 pineapple. Very samey meals, aren't they, on the rest days, but I fucking love them nonetheless. It's nice to have 4 meat and rice meals back to back. No matter how small they are, it's still a blessing to have rice. I'm sure many of you watching this don't have that. It is all relative, of course, but it's nice and sunny today here in Manchester, guys. As you can see, beaming on me. It doesn't look like much of a view here because it's all the windows need cleaning, but it is a nice view. If you know Joe Delaney, if you're an OG fitness scene guy, probably more about my age, Joe Delaney used to live in those flats opposite me there. I remember watching his videos, right? And when I moved into this flat, I was like, I recognise that view. Obviously, these flats didn't exist back then because this is a new block. I'm the first one to move into this pad. I used to live there, opposite tall one, which was called Oxygen Tower, which is an amazing building. It had a spa and everything, a sauna. It was quite the fucking luxurious place to live. The flat itself was smaller than this and not as good as my flat here, but the actual amenities were great. But it was time for me to buy, so I wanted to move to this area because it's close to the gym and it's close to Aldi. And for bodybuilding, this is the perfect little setup for me right now. Because even though, you know, I'm very on my own, solitude, as you well know, you watch my vlogs, it's just me every day, just working, grinding in the gym, how I like it right now. It's nice to walk around the city and see people. I would actually feel a lot more lonely if I was just in the middle of nowhere in the country. I know that sounds weird. It's lovely being in the country. When I go visit home, it's nice to walk up the downs and that, but around my family. When you are living in your flat on your own every single day, and that's all it is. I am in my flat on my own every single day. The only social interaction I have, like, to talk to is when I'm in the gym with my trainer partner. But even when I'm not getting involved with the socials, I'm not drinking, I'm not eating out at restaurants, it's nice to walk around the city where other people are doing that, you know, just seeing a bit of life, you know. And where I live, Ancoats, Manchester, it's all young people, you know, it's all young people, young professionals. And it's just quite a motivating place to live. I fucking love it. But where I live, it's not like a city centre like in London or like Deansgate in Manchester. It's a bit more chilled. You're in the city, but it doesn't feel like you're in a city centre. So, anyways, let's see. I'm going to watch Snowfall. If you haven't watched Snowfall before, watch it. I watched it many moons ago, and I'm rewatching it now. It's such a good series. Probably top 5 series, to be honest. Meal 6, day done. Last meal of the day, cream of rice. Haven't poured the whey paste on it yet. But this is 75 gram of cream of rice, caramel biscuit, Conte, you know the score, the best core in the game. Then 200 grams of berries, 100 blueberries, 100 raspberries, 20 dark chocolate, Montezuma's 100%, and then 10 gram of pip and nut almond butter. Oh, and I forgot to add the finest part, the ground cinnamon. I shall add this, and then I shall pour the beautiful whey paste on top, and that'll be done for me. That'll be me done, shall I say, for the night. Very tired. It's 8 p.m. now, and big leg day tomorrow, so I'm going to eat this and then get off to bed. Thank you all for watching. Good night, and thanks for all your support as always. Really appreciate all the comments, and this is the beginning of a long YouTube journey between us. If you're enjoying the vlogs and if they're helping you through your own prep off seasons, and if this has helped you in any way with mindset, drop a comment below with how it's helped, what you're currently up to. If you're on prep, how many weeks out are you? And we'll all wish you the best of luck in the comments. Amazing. Speak soon.